Hey everybody, this is Alan from Mountains to Sound Home Inspection, the Certified Move-In Ready report for a home in Renton, Washington. Just out there this morning. It was light rain, so you can kind of see what the gutters are doing. Let's see, the report software, for going through it, on the left-hand side there's an index, so any of the information you're looking for in the systems will be these little numbers here, just observations. These observations are in 3 different colors. We have blue for lower priority, just basically homeowner stuff or handyman stuff. The middle ones are that orange priority, kind of like a action item and or something to at least actively know about, monitor, or fix. And then the high priority, that's going to be like an active leak or an appraisal hiccup or something like that. In this case, looking at the high priority, we have a water heater that was missing the seismic straps, and those are required. So we'll just kind of go through the medium priority items here. Starting in the exterior of the home, there was just a couple spots where it looks like something had been added, in this case like an exterior outlet. Just needs to be caulked and weather sealed to prevent moisture intrusion. Looking at the outside of the home, need some downspouts, and this is all 4 corners. They need downspouts just to properly disperse the water to the ground, so it's not splashing back onto the siding at all. As an overview, this house was in mid-construction or renovation, so it looks like they were still getting around to a lot of the stuff when we came in to do the inspection. Adding to that, there might be a screen door for this backslider somewhere, but in either case, it's not there. Let's see, the front outlet. When I was trying power from it, I didn't see any power there. So just recommend at least, they were working on one in the back, so the power might have been either GFCI tripped or turned off. Actually, at the breaker, I didn't see anything turned off. I would just ask about that to make sure it's working okay. This is in the front. And going up to the roof, I just noticed there's a few pine trees around it, but this one is overhanging by just a little bit. Just recommend those branches be cut back. Looking at the chimney, the rain cap here, that wasn't completely installed straight. I usually recommend some sort of bracing be there. Wind and stuff will kind of knock these things loose over time. And as it wasn't protecting from any rain there. In the middle of the house, this looked to be possibly a vent. Can't be sure, either the gas vent or the range vent hood. But either way, the termination here, they had a box kind of built around it. The box itself had some damage to it, so looking at the side here, this crack in particular, like if you had water run down, like it's not being protected by any flashing, so I just recommend that be fixed, removed, just weather sealed in general. There's a water heater strap. Also on the water heater, on the cold line coming in, generally there's supposed to be a water shutoff there for maintenance purposes. In this case, there was nothing there on that cold side. Nothing that I could access anyway. Like I couldn't get back behind it. On the temperature and pressure relief valve, you're supposed to have a discharge pipe terminate around 6 inches from the floor. Basically, when the temperature or pressure reaches a set point, it will vent water every once in a while. You don't want that at face level or even waist level. You want it like as far down as you can. Or to be vented out of the home is the best in this case, but it's just required that it be at floor level. In the bathroom, looks like the valves were turned on underneath, but the water pressure itself wasn't, I would say, functional flow in this case. So just recommend that be evaluated and remedied. This is the bathroom sink. The diverter valve in the shower, and this is what blocks the water from coming out of the tub spout and diverts the water up into the shower head. In this case, wasn't working properly. Looks like it would only divert maybe a third of the water. So just recommend that be evaluated and remedied. The drain was a little slow. I'd say just slow enough for me to kind of call it out in the report. Just with a bathtub, it's 98% of the time going to be a hair clog of some kind. Just recommend that be pulled out. In the bathroom, the GFCI outlet looked to be ungrounded, pulling power from it. That's what my tester had told me there. So if it's an ungrounded circuit, it's not going to properly trip the GFCI, which is a GFCI outlet, but it wasn't properly wired. So just recommend that be fixed. Into the laundry closet here. I didn't see any exhaust fan or anything like that. Usually like a louvered door or exhaust vent going to the exterior up through the roof, like something like that. And in this case, there was no exhaust there, just a door. And I didn't see any dryer vent put in yet. Looks like they had some parts there to do that, so could very well be done at some point. But at this point in time, when I did the inspection, there was no dryer vent present. Let's see. One of the closet doors in the bedroom just needs a striker plate adjusted. In this case, it just wasn't completely snapping shut. And at the time of inspection, there was a few doorknobs and striker plates missing on some of those doors anyway. Older home, so the outlets themselves, common for them not to be grounded. In this case, there was a few rooms that didn't have any grounding. And onto the crawl space. There was no real hatch. I recommend some sort of hatch be put there, something that seals, so rodent weather, anything. You don't want anything down underneath your home, so just recommend that be sealed up. Down under there, I didn't see any leaks, no active leaks, but I did see some standing water. This could have easily been because of the downspout moisture kind of wicking up, but in this case, I couldn't determine exactly where the water was coming from, so I recommend evaluation. Just kind of see where that water is. It was in two different spots. This is the larger of the pools, maybe like an inch deep. And then on one of the pilasters, there's just some rodent droppings. Now, those look to be a little bit older, but yeah, who is to say, really? With these, I just recommend a pest control pro, like come and seal up any possible entrances. And that's it for the big stuff. So this has been Alan from Mountains to Sound Home Inspection. Have a good one out there.